we're going to go into business. Four things. How many things? We took quite a lot of things before. Now I'm going to narrow into the four crucial points here. Then what happens is, after lunch, I'm going to narrow it into two. I'm going to simplify, simplify, and simplify more business for you. Right? When it gets to two, you understand product, make money. That's all. Right? It's just literally value, then give me training. It's literally that fast. No more confusion of I need to do this first, think about this first, hire this first, find this thing, raise this, find. No. It's literally just value and like literally, it's like, okay, I decide t-shirt business, value and we stalled a little bit there, didn't we? There's a bit of hesitant there. That was you, that wasn't me. So, but we're going to take you along this journey, okay, today. I'm going to break it all down for you. This session, what I'm going to do, I'm going to break the four things down. I'm going to give you a few tools just to start off with. Then the afternoon, I'm going to take every one of them, and then we're going to go into as much detail as we can over the afternoon, right? Cool? Okay, so these 4 points, every business I go to, I just focus on these 4 things, okay? First thing is having a great product or service. What determines a great product or service? Well, first of all, let's clarify what most people do. Most people, they do this. Number one, they try to find their passion within a product or service, okay? Understand one thing. You will not find, and don't find, this is not entrepreneurship, don't find passion within a product or service. That's the biggest problem why most people don't start in the first place, because they're kind of like, oh, I don't know what I'm passionate about. I think I'm passionate about t-shirts or fashion or something. The thing is, like, let's look at Richard Branson. He's got over 400 companies. Do you think he's passionate about every product that he has? He probably doesn't know what half of them are. But you need to understand what entrepreneurship is. Entrepreneurship is about what? Serving people. Now, our greatest need, our greatest desire is the need to do what? Contribute. Right? Contribution is the highest need. Now, so what does this mean? It means, look, how many of you, when you help people, you feel happy? Okay, that is passion. So what does that mean? Don't try to find it in a product, because you're going to be always searching for products, for what am I passionate about, what am I passionate about. Don't search for a product to be passionate in. That's where most people get stuck in the first place. They kind of don't get started because they think, I'm not passionate about pens, so I probably won't do that one. The question is, are you passionate about giving somebody something that they really want and that can help them? And if that answer is yes, then don't worry about the product, don't worry about the service. It can be anything. Right? It can be anything. Like I said yesterday, there's no point in time when I looked at a rubber tire, I said, ooh, rubber tire, you know. There was never a point like that. Never. But I was passionate because I loved what we were doing. We were providing a great solution, and we were a lot lower costs than other people, right? So we had a great solution. Now, let's put it this way. Let's say if Simon here, okay? Let's say if Simon has toilet roll business. Now, probably nobody in this room will ever go, I need to search my purpose, search my passion, and say, toilet roll. You'll probably never happen. But somebody got to sell the toilet roll. Now, the thing is, toilet rolls. Now, let's say Simon has toilet roll business. He sells toilet roll. Now, if Simon sells toilet roll, now, first of all, you don't look at it and you think, oh, sexy, you know? It's kind of like toilet roll. Now, let's put it this way. Let's say everybody starts buying the toilet roll. And it just super exceeds all Andrex and everyone else, and they're like, wow, this is the toilet roll, you know? This is the brand now. And then let's say everybody who's going around now, whether it's Eddie, whether it's Andrew, whoever it is going around, and let's say they bump into Simon in the streets. They're like, Simon? He's like, is that you, Simon? Is that toilet roll, Simon, yeah? Watch him smile now. He's like, Now he's feeling it. It's like, man, I love what you created. That product is absolutely amazing. Seriously, like my whole family, they changed from Andrix over to Simon toilet roll now. It's really amazing. Like I love it. Like the quality of it is really, really good and it's affordable for everyone. Like thank you for creating this thing. It's absolutely amazing. In fact, I carried on one with me today. It's so good. It's so soft. Like I can just carry it anywhere. It's just so good. Thank you so much. How does Simon feel right now? Good. He feels great. Does he love his toilet roll business? Does he love his toilet roll business, right? Yeah? The passion doesn't come from the toilet roll. The passion comes from you delivering something that other people want or need. Now, the passion comes from that one thing, not only that one thing, because that one thing is not sustainable. Ask me why. Wow. Very simple, right? Let's say everybody is buzzing about Simon toilet roll. He's seeing, wow, loads of like sales going through and everyone's like, it's the best toilet roll ever. Okay? It's the best toilet roll ever. And let's say the sales start declining and he's not making money doing it, but everyone's still saying it's the great toilet roll, but it's just a bit expensive right now. But it's great. It's a great. Everyone says to him, it's great. It's amazing. You created this toilet roll, right? Makes him smile. Then every time he goes home, he looks at his bank account, nothing's coming in. Do you think that passion will slowly die, yes or no? Of course it will. What is this? Tomorrow we'll understand this a little bit more. This is just energy. Everything is energy. You put output, no input, that's what happens. Energy starts to slow down. Everything's the same. You put something out, you put value out there, there's no return, that's what happens. Passion dies down. So what does this mean? In product and service, all you need to understand is very simple. You put something out that is of value to other people that will create passion. You know how to monetize it, that will keep that passion alight. Does that make sense? Yeah. So stop trying to find passion within a product or service. Understand entrepreneurship is about serving people, that's all. We got it so far? Yeah. Yeah. Now, second thing, what people usually do, people usually think, okay, I've got a choice now. I've got A industry, B industry, C industry. And what people look at, they're like, which industry shall I go into? How do you think most people determine which industries to go into? What to sell, what product to sell? How do you think they determine? Hey? Okay, number one could be what they know, right? But remember, what we know is only this much. Always understand, it's never the lack of resources, it's only ever the lack of resourcefulness. Don't let, I don't have the knowledge, stop you. Right? Now, so get that out of the way. Now, second point, what can people base it on? A industry, B industry, C industry. What can people base their thought on? Hey? Interest? What they want, yeah? What they're passionate about. Now that becomes a problem because they're like, I really love this thing, right? Just like somebody came up to me, this was up in Newcastle, and this girl, she opened a Hello Kitty store. And she came up to me and she said, I just want to need some help in my business. It's not really making money. I said, what is it? She said, that's a Hello Kitty store, right? Like, I was like, Hello Kitty store, that's cool, right? I said, okay, so that's cool. I said, well, what do you need help on? She said, it's not profitable. I said, well, what? Like, how are you doing it? She said, I've got a retail store. I said, where? She said, on Northumberland Street. I said, Northumberland Street? I said, that's rent. What's the rent on there? She says about 80 to 100K or something like that a year. I said, you're paying 80 to 100K a year on rental for Hello Kitty. And this is the biggest problem because a lot of people think, but I love it. It's my passion. It's great. Only you think it's great. That doesn't help. The whole high street needs to also think it's great too. So, okay, what you're passionate about, throw that out the door a second. Because what you're passionate about is serving people. Keep it to that. Not the product, not the service. A industry, B industry, C industry. What else can people think? How do they make their decision? They make it the decision based on which one will make me what? More money, or faster, or easier. True? Right? This is how you think. You think easier, faster. Okay? No such thing. No such thing. What do you mean easier, faster? Which product? You tell me. Which product is easier and faster? Right? Which one is easier and faster? There's no easier and faster. If there is, then all entrepreneurs would just sell one product. Understand one thing. Money, repeat after me. Money can be made in any industry, in any product, with any service, right? As long as it's of value to other people. Think about this for a second. Is there a company out there that's selling lights that's making millions, yes or no? Is there a company out there that's selling carpets that's making millions, yes or no? Is there a company that's selling, I don't know, banners that's making millions, yes or no? Is there a company who sells graphics and making millions, yes or no? There's a company that sells everything that makes millions. So it means money, like millions, can be made in any industry. But it just depends how you do it. So stop thinking which one's going to make me money faster. Understand that it doesn't matter what you focus on, as long as it's something that the market wants or needs, right? You can make money. Now, another thing that happens, A industry, B industry, C industry, what people think is this. They say, I think that seems very complicated, a lot of problems. I heard on the news some problems there. Or people complain, a lot of complaints about this type of stuff. I don't want to deal with that stuff. Okay? So what people usually go for is they go for the simple and more easier thing. The money, repeat after me, the money is in the problems. Why? Because the money is in solving the problems. The money is in solving the problems. When we did and I didn't know at first when we were doing this tire industry thing, and I read a report just at the beginning when we started collecting tires. There was a report on the newspaper saying there's 15,000 tons of scrap tires being landfilled every month. Government didn't know what to do with it, meaning there was no solution to how do we recycle a tire? Because there's bits in it, but they didn't know how to get rid of the contamination. And so that was like a big problem because the government was stuck with it, landfilling loads of tires. It don't disappear, it just stays there. When there's a big problem, there's a big opportunity. The bigger the problem you solve, the bigger the reward. Always understand that. And so it was no wonder that when we actually figured out, create a vibro screen and do our filters and do what we did with magnets and different things, that we were going to solve the problem. Now, when we solved the problem, it was no wonder that we were going to strike a deal because it's a big problem we're solving here. Whether the government was going to pay us or whether we find other companies to pay us, there was always a solution there. Now, always understand this though, because some of you will look at it and you'll say, oh, Eric, yeah, but if I seen anything like rubber and tires, I wouldn't know what to do with it. I was noodle boy. I don't know what to do with it either. Don't say, I don't know what to do with it. If you don't have the knowledge, you find the knowledge. Some of you will have another distraction. Again, this is all the little voice. Some of you have the next doubt. Remember, we always think negative first. The next doubt was, I don't have the money to start recycling. I don't have money to do recycling. Okay, if you don't have the money, find the money. You can either find the money or leverage. Okay, after lunch, I'll share some stuff with you about leveraging. Very powerful. How to start businesses with no money. Yeah. That's powerful. And you can leverage. And so when we first started, I didn't know any of this stuff, but I was like, okay, well, I'll find it out. So I went on Yahoo and I found out that inside a tire, there's high tensile wire, fiber, and rubber. And I didn't know what end use it could be. So I spoke to people and people said, you could use it for this, use it for that, use it for this. And then I was like, oh, didn't know that. And then what happened was this. Let me tell you how, I want to share this with you because I want you to understand how silly, okay, naive in these moments, and because of curiosity and because of understanding, repeat after me, to every problem, there's always a solution. Just with that in mind, I didn't know what the solution was, but I'm curious to find out. I asked my business partner at the time, I said, Jim, can you just bring some rubber tires? Let me see, what type of tires. And he said, it's just a rubber tire, Rick. What do you want me to bring? I said, I want to see what is it that we need to recycle. And, I need to show my contacts in China. and then he was like, it's a rubber tire, Eric. Let's just bring it along. So he brought a small one along. He brought it along. And I remember we were at the back corridor. And this was really weird thing. Back corridor, going into our restaurant, is the delivery area. And then it goes to our kitchen. So what happened was, I'm really excited with this tire because it's new business. Actually, look, this is how silly it was because I was just thinking, wow, I'm going to be in a recycling business. Why I was actually really excited about that is because my dad always told me, he said, Eric, you got no qualifications. You're not smarter than people. You're not more confident than people. What are you going to do with your life? apart from work in restaurants all your life. This is the exact words. Obviously, he's caring for me. That's why he says that. So lo and behold, what's my first businesses that I do? Restaurant. I think that's my goal. That's why I say you can only have a goal based on what you know. He says, that's all you can do. So, okay, that's all I can do. So that's what I was doing. So then he used to always say this. Now, this is really funny because he used to say to me, he said, Eric, your cousin Joe gets all A stars and everything like that. Is that you're like that? It's like that, right? Asian parents is all very, very similar, yeah. And then I'm just like, yeah, well, but I'm not Joe, you know. It's just like, but it's like, yeah, but why can't you be like him? I said, what do you mean? How do I be like him? You know, and then he used to say, you know, when you grow up, do you know what's going to happen? I said, what's going to happen, Dad? And then he says, well, Joe is going to be sitting in an office holding a pen, and then you're going to be in a kitchen holding a wok. And I just say, that was my destiny. You know? I knew I was going to be, I was holding that wok, you know. And so when it came to recycling business and reading Richard Branson stuff and saying, say yes and you'll figure it out, I was quite naive and thinking, oh yeah, actually, recycling business. So actually the first person I called was Mum. I said, Mum, I'm in the recycling business now. And she said, you do what? And I said, I'm exporting steel. She said, whoa, Eric, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing with your money? You know, be careful, you know. It's all this, you know, mums are. Now, the good thing is this, you know, people say, stay away, you know, people say, stay away from negative people, right? I think negative people are great. Like, not so great hanging around with them every day, but they're great when you actually listen to what are they bitching and moaning about. If you look at every great business out there, if business and entrepreneurship is about serving people, listen to the complainers. And the good news is, ask me, Eric, what's the good news?
What's the good news?
The majority of people out in the world, they're complainers. They're always negative, right? You give them positive, they'll find a negative in every positive you give them, right? Some people are that negative. And so when you have people like that, that's great. Let them bitch, let them moan. Every time they bitch and moan, when you see a common thing, then all you do is need to find a solution. You know, Richard Branson, Virgin Atlantic, how did it start? Anybody know the story? He was sat on a British Airways flight. When he sat on a British Airways flight, everybody was complaining about customer service. This is exactly his words in his book. Then what did he say? He said, why does no airline just purely focus on customer service? You know, deliver great customer service, put main focus on there. That's when he created Virgin Atlantic. Then he focused on that. That's everyone's complaints. Do you get what I'm saying here? Right? When there's complaints, when everybody's complaining about a common thing, that's where your money is. Now we've covered one part of it only, which is about creating products and services. But actually, creating products and services in this day and age is your slowest way to start a business. You need to go and innovate. You need to go and create that whole thing. You need to R&D. You need to test the market. You need to do that. If you want to make money and you got plenty of time frame to make it in, then go and create. This is how I look at it today. Today, I don't do much creation stuff. Instead of creating, all I do is I grab. That's all I do. I grab. That's why I have you guys in this room too. That's why I said I'm up for JVs, partnerships. You've created your product, great. You've put all the research and development, all the time into it, great. You're going to do ordering the stuff, do all the fulfillment stuff, great. You do that. So I don't want to do that. Give me it here. Let me sell it. But when I sell it, I could either have equal profit share to you, or I could even negotiate for more profit share than even you have. You do all the hard work. Today, grabbing product is your fastest way. Those of you who are not in business, raise your hands. Right? Raise your hand nice and high. Point to yourself. Say, start today. What I've just said there pretty much allows you to start today. Because don't try and find your passion or purpose within a product. Right? Don't think which one makes me money fastest. Don't even do that. Just grab. What does that mean? Grab an existing product. You're saying, but what product? It don't matter. Why does it matter? You're like, oh, but it must be like something that's good. Yes, find something that the market wants or needs. A guy called Keith Cunningham. Anybody heard of Keith Cunningham before? He's the real rich dad behind the book. So Keith Cunningham, he said, doing business is easy. He says it's down to 3 steps. He says, step 1, find out what the market wants. He said, step 2, go out and get it. And he said, step 3, give it to them. Now some of you writing that down thinking, why did I just write this down? Like, this was so simple. Most people are making business too complex. All I need to know right now, like even like whatever I'm doing on YouTube, whatever I'm doing on Facebook, whatever I'm doing, all I need to do today, I go onto Amazon. I don't need to, because do you like serving people? Yes or no? Yes. Do you like giving people what they want and need? Yes or no? Yes. Great. So don't think about what product then. Stop thinking about what product. Some of you, very like ego, it needs to be my product. My product. Okay, stick with that ego. You keep thinking your real product. While other people are making money, creating financial freedom, let me tell you something. When you are financially free, you got plenty of time. You got the rest of your life. Design what you want to design. Manage your wealth. Manage your freedom. Manage your lifestyle. When you're free, do what you want. Create whatever you want to create. Do that for fun, But you can make money now. You can handle your wealth now. Your lifestyle now. So how do you do it? Very simple. You go on Amazon today, you don't even need to think about it. No research developed. They do everything for you. I go Amazon. You can even choose what industry you want, and you'll still know what people want and need. How? I can choose camera. If I'm interested in cameras, I click cameras. Then all cameras will come up. Then I'll click on the tab that says bestsellers. It tells me what most people are buying. It tells me how many all of them are selling. It also tells me what people's feedback is. You don't want to sell dodgy products in the marketplace, neither do I. But you don't need to, because it tells you everyone's giving great feedback. So it's a great product. Great. Let me serve the marketplace. So if I was you and you were just starting out, you didn't have a product or service, or if you're in business and you kind of like, you maybe want something on the side, maybe make money now, create some freedom now first, faster. Just grab a product. Take something existing. Does this make sense? Yeah. Is this easy? Yeah. Is this opening your mind up a little bit? Okay, let's go a little bit. We'll move on from here. So you take that product or service. The second thing you want here is marketing, and sales. Marketing and sales. Marketing is purely the what? Transition to the sell. If I could